Well, Merry Christmas, Mike, Rob, and Josh. May your holiday be filled with all the peace, love, and warmth of the season.
Just maybe.
And maybe, just maybe, a little snow on Christmas morning.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Oh, I think it's marvelous. Some of it really fine.
You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com. It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Robb Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
So is it going to be every day? I mean, it's your call. I mean, I don't really tell you what to do on this show. You're a part of the Politburo. So, I mean,
Yes.
you get to do what you want. You can play that every day, every
well,
single
Mike,
day. Is it that? Let me put it to you this
There's
way.
only three more
episodes.
Is it that good? Is it that good?
It is that good.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's terrible AI. It's terrible. It doesn't sound
Mike,
like
that's
Bing.
why it's so good, because
Okay.
it sucks.
All right. I'll go along with that. If you're saying it's so bad, it's good. That's fine.
And also,
maybe,
I think there's a strain of our audience that depends on regularity, and they're going to want to hear it for the next.
There's a strain of you that depends on regularity.
Yeah,
there's
I wish I had a little more
compulsion.
Wish I had a little more regularity.
Maybe I'm a little irritable because today.
Maybe.
That last word just freezes you for a moment.
It does. That's a lovely ornament.
So every day, multiple times during the day in our suburban neighborhood, like suburban neighborhoods all over the world, we are expected to walk our canines. And
yes, of course.
In most neighborhoods where it's not super rural and it doesn't matter, you have neighbors close by, as I do, and you are, in many cases, required to clean up after your pooch. It's a standard. It's an industry standard.
Now, you walk at pretty much the same time every day. You've got a good routine.
I would assume the dogs are taken out and walked by one or two.
But what I'm
three
saying is,
members
do
of
you
the family.
have regular people that you see on the dog walk, like the same circuit of people?
Probably. I mean, it's. I know. I recognize some of them. It's not. I'm not out there that long. I just go out there and I go down. There's a little park down on the corner. Little common area, as they like to call them in these little ticky-tacky neighborhoods.
Sure.
And I take my dogs out, and sometimes Carla does it, sometimes I do it, sometimes Michael does it. In the morning, it's usually either Carla or myself going out there and walking the dogs. And then little Pee-Pee, and hopefully little number two. And in the case of this morning, I take them both by the leash, which is a task.
I hate walking two dogs at once.
It's
the
very,
worst.
they're, crisscross, crisscross, duh, and you realize where they're, why they're dogs. I used to take the little guy out on the leash, and I would have Winslow off lead because he could handle it, and he comes when he's called, and he was good until the dickish neighbors 2 doors down had a screaming match at my kid. So that we don't do that anymore because especially if you're going to give people crap back, which we did.
Yeah.
You have to walk the line after that because they're going to rat you out.
Play by the rules, Mike. You got to. Without it, the world becomes chaos.
And it's also coming from it was a suburban town I grew up in, but it was suburban / rural. So, I grew up kind of like close to the line of the country. We had tobacco fields and open spaces.
You were next to the Ingalls, right?
I was like Mom and Pa Ingle. I will tell you that the whole deal with neighbors on top of neighbors has been. Thank you very much. What? Stubby got these? I thought, hey, Carla. I took him out, then I took the trash out, and then I walked back. He got that in that short a period of time?
I guess so.
He ate his glasses, Josh. Mike, this is no
I
new
hate
occurrence.
this dog.
This is no new. Well,
this
listen,
dog.
Do you ever look at your Facebook memories? It's one of the things I do when I get up in the morning. And
no,
you should. It's fun. And then 12 years ago,
get a life.
I looked at mine this morning, to be fair.
Jesus.
It's got pictures of the kids when they're little.
It's so cool.
All right. Okay.
But Mike, 12 years ago this very
Sorry,
day,
I'm even more irritable now.
Carrie
Ho,
posted.
ho, effing ho.
Carrie posted 12 years ago today, Robb's best quote on the way home from Mike's party, ... How did that dog eat 3 effing fruitcakes? And then your first comment was, I hate beluga. So it's nothing new. It's nothing new.
It's a love-hate. It
Yeah.
is. So, in my case, it's a love-hate. So,
Beluga
get done.
survived all the fruitcakes, though, which I think is
Yeah,
great.
God rest his little fat soul. He's up there. He's up there in heaven, looking at one. He's looking with one eye up and one eye down.
That's right.
Oh.
He was so handsome.
Such a lovely beast.
Really beautiful.
So I take him out, and they do their business, and I'm walking back, and this is for people in the neighborhood that don't have dogs.
Yeah.
Anybody would complain about this, but if you own a dog and you walk the walk with your dog, and I see a like grizzly bear sized shit in the center of my lawn, right behind the little spotlight I have on the palm tree to be all holiday.
Yeah.
That has to be, that's not neglect. That's just someone absolutely blowing it off, probably at night when it's dark.
They leave the scat, Mike, if they think they can't get caught. Now, I would think you'd be more likely to see unattended scat in the common area. But the fact that they left it in your yard.
Common area is, acceptable. You walk away from it. It's not your problem. But you don't want
to
my yard.
step in.
And I
No,
normally,
it's
and
never
there's
good anywhere.
Yeah.
There's nothing, even with a big, thick plastic bag. I haven't brought myself to. Did you see it?
It was me.
Did you hear that, guys?
Well,
Did
she
you hear
should be
it?
potty
Little louder?
trained by now.
It was me.
You are a
Remember
hog.
how I said stubby poop?
Oh, here, hold on. She doesn't want to come on camera.
Why not?
Hold on. She just doesn't want to come on camera. She's not
So
presentable.
she's indicating that the mess was because she left it, not that she actually made
Right.
it. Yeah.
Hey,
okay.
good morning, guys.
Hey, mystery
Morning.
woman. Enter and
Hey,
sign in,
okay,
please.
so Stubby
You can
woke.
come around and be on camera.
No, I'm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tits McGee.
So
Look at you.
anyway,
What's the matter with you? That's not
Stubby
respectful.
doesn't usually do this, but 2 nights ago,
That's been in our yard for 2 nights.
I think so. Yes, I forgot about it, but 2
I
nights
am-
ago,
Mike, pretty soon daisies are going to grow out of it.
2 nights
You-
ago.
Oh, God.
2 nights ago, he was in bed with us, and he starts whining, and he never does that. So I'm like,
Oh, okay.
oh my gosh.
I remember that moment.
I have to take him out. I
remember.
looked at the clock. It was 12:30. I get up, and I take him out, and I'm like, oh, he had to poop.
Yeah.
Josh, we
so-
should do a mini show, I think, Mrs. O'Mara and I, for the holidays.
All
Can
right.
we do that?
We can do it.
Can
Yes.
we do that? All right, very good.
Anytime.
We'll do
Yeah, so
we'll
I'm
do a half-hour
sorry.
mini
I'm
show
sorry.
with her.
I totally forgot about it. It was midnight, and I went back to bed, and until
You know,
you just said something, I forgot about
the
it.
honesty and
Because I normally clean up.
did you grab it?
I can go grab it now.
Thank you. Well, I would grab it now too because I know it's
Yeah.
Stubby.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird that if it's your
It's
dog,
yours,
you have
yeah.
no
No,
problem?
that's
Isn't that
okay.
weird though?
No, it's
That's
not,
just
though.
other dog. It's the most disgusting.
Well, I mean, you don't want to change like another family's diaper either. It's like, ugh.
You're right.
It's like you have cooties if you pick
I'm
up
happy.
another dog's
Yeah.
poop.
Believe it or not, I'm happy that there's a mystery solved. I thought somebody was doing that to us. God,
So-
go get it. Go pick
Yeah,
it up. It's
I'll go get it
Go
now.
get Carla, go out there with a yard rake and a shovel and get that.
No, it's completely like dry hardened.
Do you want to turn this off?
Yeah, I'll turn that off. Thank you.
Is she telling you how to run board too? Is there no end
No, I'm
to
happy.
her qualities?
That
Okay.
that fills me with satisfaction. That makes me.
Well, it
that
also
really,
means you don't have a trying relationship with a neighbor because
I
if
don't.
someone left
or
it
that
on
there's
your
a
yard,
neighbor that would be that thoughtless that
Yeah.
would, And I know occasionally you walk out of the house, you don't have a bag. Sometimes it happens, right? I get that. I really do. And it could be a variety of explanations. But the fact that I remember the time she's talking about, and it literally, I remember saying to myself, thank God Carla's getting up with this pooch to take him out. It was really thoughtful. And I get it that she, in a state of total slumber, she went outside and did it. Now,
It's too
leaving
bad
it
you
in
don't
the
live in
yard
a-
for 3 days is a
Mike,
little
it's too bad you don't live in a suburban paradise like me, where they actually have sticks that have boxes on them where you can grab a bag while you're walking.
Oh, that's
That's
special.
nice.
And I've actually trained Linus to hold his poop until we get close to the bag station.
That's
That's
awesome.
where he goes.
That's really cool. I
Yeah.
think that's really cool. I don't think we have probably enough dogs in this neighborhood to do that, but I feel.
But you do have
I
senior
feel
citizens, so I mean,
We have,
it could-
that might want to, to pop a squat on your lawn at any moment.
Let's see
when
the
they come in.
DJ's spotlight.
No,
What a nice- isn't that
where
nice
my
she was
dog
on
likes to
it?
get me is the I go out with one bag, and
and
he
a dog-
decides a second time to stop.
All right,
Yeah.
I have to ask a question about Mr. Soroka. Are you still a little under the weather, just a little bit?
I don't think so, but I do have some congestion I cannot get rid of.
And you kind of, you know what? Even in his way, when Rob said he doesn't like small talk, I can kind of tell now, right?
Well,
Can't you, Rob? I know
Yeah.
him well enough. He
Yeah.
doesn't give you a lot, but I
No.
know him well enough to know if he is just a tad under the weather. You know, I mean,
Well,
just
no,
kind of.
I think what we're seeing is it's reflecting in a bit of saltiness,
No,
and it's not bad. It actually
the
something.
no
And we had a
small
very
talk.
pleasant conversation before the show
Yeah,
started.
yeah.
Well,
but-
and that's the problem. The no small talk was, hey, let's not shut up the small talk. It's why wouldn't all this content be on the air?
yes,
Let's get this product out.
Rob is the king of the small talk. Rob is the king. Yeah, you have all? I think you have always been, right?
I don't like silence.
You don't.
It makes me awkward. It makes it
Yeah.
awkward, especially
I-
if I think you're got something against me or someone has something against me. You have to make small talk because you don't want them to simmer and then explode at you.
But anyway, I am
But yes,
so gratified right now.
It's been a month
with
of
my
dealing with sickness in this house and
Yeah.
kids, and
Too
get it.
much.
now we
Yeah.
get the holiday stress, so it's fun.
wife. So
It's not like
speaking of-
Mike, you and I used to get sick every day, every year as soon as holidays started.
I don't look. I believe, and Rob and I will concur on this, Josh.
Yes.
That there was a period of time, and we've been together forever. And
Yeah.
so we go way back, and we go way back to the radio show, the Don and Mike show. And there was a period of time where leading up to breaks,
Right.
whether it be in the summertime or at Christmas time, it was always fraught with unnecessary stress and tension. It was just
Injected
I
with
don't
it.
I don't know why it was, but it was on both ends, leaving and then coming back.
Coming back was
And
even worse.
our stress, 3 guys.
Yeah.
We had Rob Spiewak, Buzz
Mm-hmm.
Burbank, and Mike O'Mara, and working with Don. And who knows what the real reason was, but every single one of us got in our 20s horrible, maybe not Buzz, but we were relatively young men with terrible digestive issues
Yep.
that only
Almost
started
like-
when we started working on that show.
Yeah,
Almost
that's
as if we were
clearly
under
stress.
unhealthy stress 24
Stress.
hours a day. Yeah.
And then the other was 1, 2, or 3 of us would inevitably, as soon as we went to break, where we no longer
Turn the
had to
mics
come in and
off and
say,
it began. Yeah.
we would get a death grip. The worst head colds I ever had were at
Twice I
Christmas
got
time.
pneumonia over Christmas. Twice.
I think
I'm a
that's-
young man.
I think that's a pretty standard thing because I used to get sick as well every time I would take time off work. Where it's
I
almost
think
like
that
you
you
don't
just-
have time to get sick. You finally rest,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
all gets you.
When it's the time just for you,
Yes.
open the immunity floodgates and let it all just pop right in. And oh my God, I can remember. Of course, I would also hit the airports a lot, so I would travel a lot during that period of time.
Well, you were
So
going to
not
the
alone.
airports not just to travel, but you like the bars. So you
Yeah, but that was the actors' flu. No, that's not the actors' flu. That's the Christmas party flu.
That's right. I had that.
Boy, worst one ever was going home for Christmas, and I was 2.5 hours at the airport. Met a dude at the bar, and of course, when you meet somebody,
Especially if they're
you know,
handsome.
and you're pre-gaming, and I'm talking to this dude, bam, bam,
Bam,
bam,
bam.
bam. I get on the plane, another guy, partying. All I know is I got picked up at the airport, talked my brother-in-law who picked me up at the airport into taking us to the Diamond in my hometown, the Diamond Bar, and walked into my house with a lit cigarette. My father, who had practically died 5 years earlier with cigarettes. I was like,
Hey,
"Hi, everybody.
Paul and I
Mike's
went
home."
to the Diamond. And if you want to know what the Diamond was like, it's like the bar that Martinis turns into in It's a Wonderful Life when it's Potter's Field. It's like Nick's.
Yeah, it was a dive.
Yeah.
Dive bar of dive bar. Anyhow,
And Mike,
we would get sick.
Also, don't forget, let's say, I don't know how our vacation falls out, but let's say we're coming back on January 3rd this year.
Okay.
There was always a call on January 2nd.
Yeah. Where
Weird.
here's what we need to do.
Yeah.
It was the call that we would receive because Don would be experiencing the same angst
Yep.
of returning from a long break, but he would
Dole it out.
dissipate some of his angst by spewing it onto us.
Yeah. And how important it was that
But-
everything changes.
yeah, so I mean I remember that. And it
Well, it's
was,
a new year. You need to get off on the right foot.
But it
Yeah,
doesn't
but it
happen
also
anymore,
happened
so
at
I don't
summer
worry about it.
times.
I don't. It's it did. We're just venting. We're just having
And
a little therapy.
and spring.
Little therapy, yes.
Yeah.
And spring. And spring. I will say that since we are on the subject in a roundabout way of health,
Yes.
I had with the Happy Valley crew yesterday the most old manny day of old manny days, where it just was.
You were
it
fine
was a
on the
blast.
show. You were fine on the show. You were very youthful and energetic.
Yeah, but then as
You
I'm
had great
and this
energy
was
and great wit.
this may be truly the first time that I have felt that my age really fits with the guys I'm hanging out with, because we started riffing on television and the old network shows. I think it started with All in the Family, and then it moved into Rabbit Ears with Foyle between the rabbit ears, and then my buddy Sully, who I think is in his 40s, or maybe just about to be 50, I'm not sure. He's commiserating with it and said, "Sully, do you know what we're talking about?" No, I don't. It was fantastic. And we're talking about all these things that we did. And I'm looking at and the guys around the table are anywhere from 45 to 80 almost.
Yeah.
It's a great it was a great time. But what was born out of this is I got a little of the old plantar's peanut fasciitis in my left foot. Everybody who, if you've ever had that, it's like an inflammation of the connective tendons at the bottom of the foot that go like from the heel up through the arch. And a lot of people get it that walk for a living. Postal workers get it. If you're out playing any kind of sport, whether it be pickleball, tennis, golf, you might get it then too. And so I'm just sitting there, and I said, it hurt enough yesterday where I said to the guys I'm joining, I said, "Boys, listen, I just want you to know I might have to peel out of here because I got a bad wheel." And my left foot was and I've been wearing a one of those little sleeves, ankle sleeves you wear to stabilize the ankle. And it hadn't really bothered me until yesterday, and it hurt like hell. And it didn't affect whether I could, play out there. It was fine, but it hurt. It hurt and hurt and hurt. About halfway through, or maybe it was after the round of golf, my buddy Sully, the young guy, said, "Oh, I had that. I had that for like 2 years. It was horrible." I said, "Yeah, I've had it on and off." And he said the key was UFOs. You ever hear of UFOs?
No, it sounds like a bad
UFOs.
guess in Wordle.
Josh?
What is an UFO?
An UFO is a particular style of footwear. They would look like the best way to describe them would be they would look like shower shoes. You know, when you go into a
Nice.
like the Adidas shower shoes that the kids wear and all that. And he says UFOs, and he points to another guy. Yeah, he turned them on to me. He said, "Yep, they work real well." He said, "And I think you use them too."
Is that how it's spelled?
OOFO.
Oh,
what is it?
Horrible
name. Horrible name.
UFOs.
It says
OOFOS.
UFOs recovery shoes, it says.
I know Josh.
These?
But Josh runs out.
With the big heel?
Nope, not those. Nope, they're the sandals. They're the
Mike,
sandals.
you almost
All right.
sounded a little like Tom Gavin. Not that one.
Not that one. UFOs. Do they make regular shoes too?
Yeah, those were regular shoes.
Oh, prescription shoes for Mike.
They're not prescription corrective
Well, they
shoes.
are a little
No.
corrective, obviously, if they're for
yeah,
like
I think they are
recovery.
correct.
Yeah.
Here are the recovery flip-flops.
Ah, now we're talking.
Let's see.
Mike, you're going to love these.
Well, I'm wearing them.
Ufos. I know.
I'm wearing them. I got them on
In
my
fact-
feet right now. You might have a little
wearing them
grass
now.
on them from when I was out there looking at dog dung.
Well, there's no dong on your UFOs, is there?
No, no, of course.
This is the UFOs.
Yeah, that's the
Recovery
one
footwear
with
sandals.
the how do they call those? The little strap down in the middle. I don't have
The
those.
thong. It's like a thong. yeah.
I have the more that are just the flap that goes over.
Like
on,
the slide.
Well, you know what?
Those
I'm
look
talking
like
about it. I
something
can
that
show
would
you.
really look beautiful on Jackie Onassis. I'm glad you got some.
No, they're ugly. But make no mistake, they are.
Oh, Mike, they're prescription Crocs, is what they are.
They are not
No,
prescription.
And they have.
Crocs,
Is that Velcro
ass.
on top?
They are.
Yeah,
yes.
they got Velcro on.
That's
They're
so you
like-
don't have to tie the laces. That's great.
Right. They're like the Adidas slides or
Yeah.
Nike
They
slides,
are.
but for old people.
They
Yeah. When an
They
old
are,
person
thank
does
you,
the
Josh.
Adidas slide, it usually means a broken hip.
They are. And by the way, no compensation coming my way, but Josh loves this because he immediately gets it right out to the advertiser.
Yeah.
I
It
am
helps.
telling you, magical.
And also, Josh,
Magical.
you've not been with us in even a year yet, so you may not know this. But Mike, you've been wearing them. No appreciable odor, right?
No, none. None.
They
whatsoever.
smell like rubber.
But I will say this.
Yeah.
I will say this. Remarkably expensive for what you get, but worth it simply because you would think
Two
it's just a
digits
piece
still.
of,
I hope still 2 digits, right?
yeah, 2 digits, but close.
Higher digits. Yeah.
But I mean, that to me is, and with what you pay for stuff nowadays, I guess inflation.
And that's
all
also, Mike, they're a
Oh, my
great
God.
contraceptive because no girl's going to
Now-
look twice
They're
at you.
rubbers.
Where did you have to go to purchase these?
Oh, I'm glad you asked because so I asked my buddy Sully. I said, Sully, where'd you get it? Is there a retail place you get them? He said, I went to some place. You know that outlet mall that's close
Yeah.
to where I live? You know
Yeah,
that
sure.
place? Mm-hmm. And he said, I got him a place. I think it was called. It was over in, and he mentions the place Miramar. That's the place. He said, I think it was called the Flip Flop Shop. And I went, oh, the Flip Flop Shop.
The flip flop shop. That's very clever. Whoever came up with that was so proud.
It's at my exit. The Flip Flop Shop. You can eat.
Everything you say could be coming out of a 90-year-old man's
Yes.
mouth. It's at my exit.
It was at my exit. I was able to stop, call my wife, tell her I'm on the way home. I'm going to just do a little diversion, see if they got them.
Yes.
I went in. I wasn't in that store 2 minutes.
And you got service.
Right off the rack. They're hung up like, when you go to a beach shop, right? And they got all the reefs, they call them, those sandals. They're all
Yeah.
hanging up. It's the way they were displayed. A little pricey for that kind of display.
Did
but
they also have pool toys and things like that?
No, they were all. It was a flip flop shop. They had the.
I know,
They
I'm
had
just
high
being
end. They had
silly.
your clunky pieces of crap.
I was
They had
really
those all
hoping
over.
it was one of those accessibility shops.
No, it was not accessibility, and
Lots of
I
parking.
did even in the brief period of time I'm in that store.
Yes.
I did embarrass myself.
How? How could you possibly?
The way I've done this multiple times in my life. It might have something to do with my eclectic taste. And I said, "Oh, those red ones are really nice." They were kind of right. She goes, "Oh, those are primarily ladies." And I and they were nice shiny red on top. They weren't the matte black that I'm
Yes,
wearing
they
right now.
are.
The badly matte black that I'm wearing
And
now.
Mike,
on these.
so the
Yeah.
flip flop shop sells Birkenstocks?
Yes, tons
And
of
you
them.
see, Mike, here's the
Tons
thing.
of them, Rob. Tons
I've-
of them. And I think it's a chain. That would be a store you should open up. That should be a side hustle for you. You would be perfect in that store because I don't think they get burdened with a tremendous amount of traffic.
Right.
And so you would be able to, continue your energy level that you bring to the day and work as a side hustle too. It'd be a perfect store for you.
Well,
I'd
I
love it
know
if you
this
were
is
in
I've been
there.
wearing Birkenstocks for years, never had the fasciitis because they're great shoes.
Don't doubt that for a second. Don't doubt that
It's the
product
negative
for a
heel,
second.
Mike. It's the negative heel.
Well, these are. I mean, I'm going to hug the guy when I see him next. I'm going to say, you You did it for me.
Was the wait staff attractive at the flip-flop shop?
She was a single lady that was young. She was a daughter-like, and really
How did you know
sometimes
she
I know
was
you
single?
think I'm Johnny Pervolino, but
Yeah.
sometimes
do
I
you
really
check
don't.
the finger every time you walk in?
No, I meant she was a solo worker in the
Oh,
store.
okay. All right.
And I perceived her in that grandfatherly, daughterly way right away. So there was nothing like that.
You
it
did
might
or she
surprise you.
did?
Shut up a second. It might surprise you to realize that I'm not Johnny Pervolino every time I go in there, and I was really interested in grabbing my product. That's what I was. And,
Did you say that you might benefit from the UFOs, but also a good foot rub might help? Ma'am?
You know what?
I'll just sit down by the
pleased.
Brannick
Right.
device here, and you can.
I was very, very pleased with
Did you
the
try it
product.
on yourself, or did someone else slip it on?
I just mentioned I just put my size out. She took it off the rack. I brought it up to the counter. I was out of there.
So you just
and then
went in and said 5.5.
Hey, Rana. I have to get back to the North Pole. I have to get back to. Do you have UFOs in a 5.5?
I went home, and I was so excited.
How
about
excited were you?
that I still have my golf shoes on. I wear hybrid golf shoes so you can wear them right off the course. You can eat.
Right.
And I slipped out of them at my car and put these on before I even got into the car to drive home. And I kept them on all night long. And then when I went to bed, I slipped them off just like a long winter's nap and put them right by the bed, and had to get up in the middle of the night to pee, put them on to go to the bathroom, put them on to get up this morning, put them on to wear coffee, wearing them right now.
That's
wearing
great.
them right now. Won't
Do
be wearing them
UFOs
to the urologist.
Well,
What
you
a
definitely,
mess I
at a
am.
urologist, it's best to wear a closed-toed shoe.
What a mess I am. I am such a hot
Do
mess.
they do
I really
UFOs?
am.
And I know you've checked. Do they make a golf shoe?
I don't know.
I checked. They do not. But they do make a standard tennis shoe. You just have to add an extra number in front of that price tag.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to let you know how this goes. This is a different world here. Different world as far as I'm concerned. And I mean, I'm talking about inflammation. And I'm feeling really excited about
How
it.
crowded was the mall overall? I mean, what with all the not many shopping days left.
Not a Monday night, really, not
Yeah.
that big a deal. Not that, and so, but enough, comparatively. And I root for that place to do well. And they are balls to the wall. Black
It's an
Friday,
open-
there
it's
was
an
a
open air
2-mile.
one, right?
There was on the highway. There was a 2-mile backup getting into that place, and I love that place. It's where I do all my.
Every one of
Christmas
those
shopping.
people, Mike, had plantar fasciitis, and they had to get to the mall.
No, there was nobody in there except for me. So I was like, bam, bam, bam. The way
As
I
you
it.
like it.
Yes, absolute perfection, and just really much gratitude going out there. And but I will not wear them. This is what I will do today when I go to the pee-pee doctor.
People should know that Mike has got his finger up and he's pointing almost like Bill Clinton because he's about to make a promise.
Let me tell you, when I go to the pee-pee doctor today, I will make no mistake about it. I will take my UFOs. I will slip out of my regular shoes when I get to the car leaving the pee-pee doctor, and I will put the UFOs back on. I have to run any other errands. Any other errands, dear? That's the way
Does
I'll do
Hillary
it.
wear UFOs?
No, Hillary wears black square-toed nurse's shoes.
Sensible.
What are the ones that always look like
Yes,
they're like they
like a
have
box.
an angle?
Do you wear socks with your UFOs?
No, I don't like that look. I don't even like. I think if you're gonna wear sandals, prep your feet. Get the petty or cut your toenails
As a
and don't look
courtesy,
gross. Socks with those look kind of. I think it's a jive look, and it's a young man's look, right? It's a young.
No, it's
Well, it's a
what
young
the
man's
kids are doing,
game out
yes.
there.
It's
Mike,
what the
yeah.
kids are doing. They'd be perfect. What's that, bud?
I was going to say it's a young man's world. And
It
I'm
is a
just-
young man's world.
And Josh, you've been on the website. Do UFOs make cowboy boots?
No cowboy boots.
I need a size 5
Don't wear
cowboy
those
boot.
anymore. Haven't worn those since the John
I know.
L. Sullivan.
I know. I remember.
No, that's right. No more.
But they do make clogs.
Oh, really?
Oh, for a buddy surf.
Like
Yeah.
Crocs
Okay, yeah, but I like these. I'll be exploring today.
and slippers.
Well, these kind of feel. These do the same thing that slippers do.
Can you
They
imagine if
really
William Conrad was still with us and he could wear them as his slippers?
But he's a damn good investigator.
Jacob
and
the
he's
Fat
mine. UFO, yeah. That's a really nice. Remember when William Conrad would do the, well, you
Of
made
course,
pudding.
yeah.
Yeah, he'd be like, man, William Conrad. And then they'd be like, you don't even know who William Conrad was, do you, Josh?
No idea. No.
He was Cannon.
Yeah, and Jake and the Fat Man.
Jake and the Fat Man and Cannon on CBS. He was a private investigator.
Thank you. Now that you
gotcha.
mentioned the network, Josh will remember it.
Yeah, CBS.
CBS.
Of course.
Yes,
This
Cannon.
is CBS.
Drove a big, like, Lincoln, didn't he?
Yeah.
Something like that,
And
big-ass car.
Almost every episode had an eating scene.
And our friend in Iowa, one of the greatest radio station owners in the history of the world, in fact, he would be the guy to call to ask about Cannon. He
Yeah.
really would.
He
would be the
watched it
guy.
every day on his show. It was on MeTV.
On his show, he would watch Cannon.
And they'd put it on at 10 o'clock and mute it, but only bring it up for the scenes he wanted to watch.
That's fascinating. That'd be a good holiday call. Once you get Josh the number of our friend in
request
Iowa,
line?
and we can call him tomorrow. Let's see if
Okay.
we can call him tomorrow. Right at the top of the show tomorrow. Let's put a call into Steve Bridges from KCJJ, the mighty AM 1630, our only radio friend, where we are still heard daily at 5 p.m. I believe. Correct?
Yeah, it's a little catch as catch can, but it's around 5 o'clock local time. They're not always like dead on to when they start
What
because
does
they're running
that
it on
mean?
tape delay.
Catches catch can.
I mean,
What does
it's
that
not
mean?
starting at 5.
What does
sharp.
that mean? What does that mean? I mean, I'm saying the phrase. Not. I know what you mean. That
Yeah.
it can be here and there and everywhere. But
Yeah.
what is that? What is the
It's
origin
I
of
think
that saying?
Catch as catch can. I think it means lacking precision.
Yeah, but I need more detail on that.
Well, I don't know how
phrase.
they derived it. Josh,
It's
can
a
you bring it
little
up?
catches catch can, which means
Yeah.
it's scattered.
A little bit, yeah. They start around 5.
It says it's a wrestling term in which all holds are permitted,
Wow, that's interesting. I
or
bet you
whatever
never knew. it was-
methods or materials are available.
Really, catches catch can. So like whatever you can scrounge, you can make something with, a la Survivor or
Yeah.
something like that, right?
Mhm. Or naked and alone.
Naked and Afraid.
No, I was alone.
I'm talking about the TV show.
Yeah, but I was just.
When were
talking
you
about
naked and alone?
half my life.
That was a party.
It was. I invited you. You wouldn't come.
There's Survivor, there's
Yeah.
Naked and Afraid, and then
Right.
there's the standalone Alone, which is not. There are a million of them out there, these survivalist shows, but the one I really like is Alone. If you want to learn about surviving in the elements, that's my favorite one.
Well, if you
It's
really want to know
fantastic.
about surviving in the elements, what you need to watch is the Great Christmas Light Race. Because these people are out there decorating their homes with Christmas lights in bitter cold.
Are you watching stuff like this? Do you
No, I'm
watch
not.
this crap?
I don't watch the Christmas light show
Because
I know it exists. Josh
And
and
it's
I are too
also-
much into the bad Christmas movies on Netflix.
Yes,
Okay, all right.
but it can't be cold when they shoot those shows. They're doing it in like July.
yeah,
I thought
in
they
a
did them-
warehouse in Van Nuys. That's
Thought
where
they
they're
were
doing
done
it.
live.
Hey, but speaking of television, Josh and I and Rob all enjoying what I really think is the best Taylor Sheridan offering out there right now, Landman,
Yes.
which is just getting better and better and better. And it's getting better because they're giving us what we want as dudes that like TV shows. They're giving us the gratuitous violence that we crave so much. And when you can squeeze a revenge story into an episode, I am all
Oh, I
in.
can't wait to
and
watch
I'll tell
this
you,
week's.
Billy Bob Thornton, with his the writing for him, he is attached to Taylor Sheridan at the brain because he is writing for Billy Bob. Like, first of all, I think I'll give Taylor Sheridan credit for his prolific writing, but also Billy Bob, such a great actor.
Oh, he's great. William Robert Thornton.
Such gravitas when he's on there. If you haven't seen Landman, oh my God, it's just getting better.
His
Do we have a few more
character-
episodes of that, Josh, this year? Do we?
I hope so.
Okay,
I think we're
I
on
hope so,
episode
too.
like 5 or 6.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's 5. Now,
But-
if you haven't seen it, his character is a lot like he played in Bad Santa. So if you can imagine that, that's what you've got.
I was
Somehow-
watching bloopers from Bad Santa
So
last
great.
night.
Somehow, Billy Bob has emotion in every line he has in
He
this
does.
show.
He does. He's
Without
like
overdoing it. Without overdoing it.
how he achieves that, it's awesome. So it's called Landman. We're going to take a break. We've got a great round table today. We've got a Robb surprise on the show today, and more fun and more thrills. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. Buy yourself a bonus package. This is the time we're really trying to move those bonus packages. That's what keeps the show chugging. Do we have a promo at the front of this, Mr. Spiewak?
None promo, just your lovely voice.
None promo. We'll be right back, everybody. You've heard it on the show. You've seen it on social media, and now you can have your very own. It is now this one has a sticker on it, but the ones we're selling is going to have the pre-done writing.
Yes.
It is the official TMOS Loud Cup.
It's a good job.
My team just scored a goal. Scored a touchdown. Base hit.
I'm
College
glad these are
graduation.
coming after Vegas.
What's that?
I'm glad these are coming out after Vegas.
Oh, can you imagine we had an
imagine
audience full of those?
All of these on that roof deck.
That'd be great.
This is it. This is the loudest
What?
This is the loudest stocking stuffer in town.
It is.
It's a 20-ounce insulated cup. No more freezing your hands off, Mr. Scholarship winner.
So great.
That comes in 3 colors, and the best part, it is proudly emblazoned with the TMOS logo. Now, this is a self-done one. I made this one myself by
That's a
putting the sticker
prototype,
on
Mike.
it.
It's a prototype, but it
it's
looks
only
a lot like that.
$29.99, available for pre-order. It's a cup you can drink out of, and it's a musical instrument. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. And it is available
That
for
is lovely.
pre-order right now at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Just click on our store. It's so easy and fun to use. Fill the Loud Cup with your favorite drink, maybe a soda or an adult beverage.
Well, look
then
out.
turn the cup around and activate the horn. Blower activate. Blower activate. And move your microphone around in different crazy positions so you can get different sounds. The super loud, the distant loud, the muted. Yes, sirree, the Loud Cup is special, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to love it. You control the volume. The harder you blow, the louder the horn will be. So blow hard, real hard as you can.
And I believe ours are going to come with a lanyard attachment, so you
A
can wear it
lanyard,
around your neck.
so you can take it to your favorite event.
And eat it. That you
Can you imagine that? Bringing that to your favorite event, like Mass. Most folks will think you're just taking a sip when you're really blowing into it, and you can get away with doing it. Like you would sit there, man, you were dust, Ash Wednesday. Man, you were dust, and into dust. It features
They
what?
ring the little bell. They ring the little bell when they bring in the host. Maybe they could use that instead.
It features a double wall insulated design, fits in a standard cup holder, plus the snap fit lid keeps your drink safe, which is important. It's the TMOS Loud Cup. Buy it now at the store at MikeO'MaraShow.com and get loud. Let me see I want to see the softest level.
All right,
that I
kill the
can play
music,
this
Josh.
at.
There we go. No good.
Isn't that wonderful?
That almost
And
sounded like your dog.
as they pointed out yesterday,
Yeah, if you want to get real loud, don't bother with the drink.
Yeah, just use the.
No,
You
take
gotta
the
put
lid
the top-
and
the
put
lid
the lid
back.
on.
all
the
right,
cup.
I know, I remember.
Yeah, I saw you remembering.
All right, hold on. I just don't want to spill anything in my lap anymore. All right, putting it
Now
over.
when you go to the pee doctor.
Now, if you want to take out the insulated cup, and freeze your hands, you can go like this. Different tone altogether.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Amuse your friends. It's the
You know,
Loud
I
Cup.
wonder if we could get enough varied tones that we could put together a small Loud Cup orchestra, and they could
No.
play a song.
No, that wouldn't be fun.
Just something nice, like "Joyful, Joyful, We Adore Thee." For
And we've got
Christmas.
them in 3 colors: red, white, or black.
Isn't that great? Isn't that great? And by the way, those are kind of like the show colors, so we're happy
Yeah,
about that.
delightful.
Very, very happy about that. Oh, it's
It's
time
almost
to do
like we
the
chose
thing.
those colors.
Yes, yeah, it's like it was meant to be. It's a partnership that was meant to be.
Yeah.
Hit the thing, Rob. Go ahead.
Yes.
Come on now. Come on now.
I thought that was the news that we had the Loud Cup.
Well, that's what we call a commercial in the business, Mr. Spy. We know a little more now about the incident that sent Jamie Foxx to the hospital for stitches on Friday, and it's pretty ridiculous. It turns out the people he had a problem with were from the Jackass production crew.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. Nobody famous like Knoxville or anything, just lower-level employees. They were having a party in an upstairs VIP section of Mr. Chow, and they thought it would be funny to shine a laser pointer.
That's pretty funny.
At Jamie's table. That's not right. But they jackassed it.
In what
A
way?
laser pointer that made an image shaped like a penis.
Well, you see, now I'm laughing.
Jamie was not amused, particularly because his kids were there. Oh, okay. Well, I get that. So he went up to the VIP area with some friends and told them to cut it out. Well, I mean, if you're doing that, you're going up to fight.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
That's when the glass was thrown. Not cool. Hit Jamie in the face. An attorney for Jackass says this is not how it went down. Police are still investigating.
Mike, how would you like that to be your title? I don't know what's worse. A low-level production guy on the Jackass crew or an attorney for Jackass?
An attorney for Jackass. We'll have to keep tabs on it. I hope that story stays alive. I really
And
do.
his kids are 30 and 16. So
Thank you, Josh Soroka. Thank you very much. Can anybody tell me about this movie Red One? I am totally at a loss. What am I missing here?
I haven't watched it yet, but it's one of those Christmas movies. It came out, made by Amazon. They put it in theaters to make some money, and it came on to Amazon this week. Rob, have you watched it yet?
Holiday movie?
Yeah, a holiday action movie where somehow The Rock has to save Santa Claus.
Yeah, The Rock is like Santa's security guard, or Santa gets kidnapped or something.
And it's got the Not My Tempo guy in it. J.K. Simmons?
Oh,
I think he plays Santa, actually.
all right.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Not
intrigued.
My Tempo.
Had a pretty mediocre box office. Critics hated it, but it's been a huge hit so far on Amazon. It attracted 50 million viewers worldwide in its first weekend, which was the biggest debut for an Amazon MGM Studios movie on Prime. Amazon has said from the beginning that the box office wasn't the most important thing for Red One. The plan was to put it out in theaters with a huge marketing push, which was ultimately paid for with box office receipts.
There you go.
Out of the whole world, they chose that. So by the time it hit Amazon, it already had a ton of basically free advertising, which worked given the weekend streaming numbers. FYI, Red One is still in theaters, so it's still making a few bucks.
I know why Mike is going to watch it maybe tonight, because who plays Mrs. Claus but Bonnie Hunt?
Okay.
Well, I thought she was one of your favorites.
She's like 80.
Hey, you're no spring chicken.
I know I'm not. I'm wearing UFOs.
I bet she wears corrective something.
Probably. A new study that used Google searches to compile a top 10 list of tattoos for rock bands came up with the bands that inspired the most tattoos.
Oh, that's good.
I don't
if
know
mine
if this
will
is
be
legit.
represented. I wonder if mine will be represented.
But it's a list, and you know how we love lists.
I love lists.
I got the top 10. Number 10, you'll never guess it in a million years.
Probably, Yo-Yo Ma?
Tool.
What a great name for a band.
Number 9, Iron Maiden.
Yeah, they're very good. They were very good some years ago.
Number 8, 21 Pilots. Mm-hmm. Number 7, makes sense, Slipknot.
Slipknot. Yes.
Followed by Linkin Park.
You know what's funny about that, Mike? They don't spell Lincoln the normal way. They spell it differently.
Linkin.
It's fun.
Nirvana.
Yes. You know what, Mike? They disbanded with the death of their lead singer.
Then Metallica.
Still
in the top
happening,
5
yes.
now. Rammstein.
Hi.
Guns N' Roses. And I'll give you, this is a iconic band, Numero Uno. Can you guess which was number 1?
Wow.
Household name.
Is it the Rolling Stones?
No, I probably steered you in the wrong way by saying that. No, think theatrical production.
Kiss?
Think more of a weed-driven theatrical production.
Fish?
No, I'm really giving. I'm pointing you in all these.
Josh, do you
weird-
have any guesses?
I was thinking 311 because of the weed.
I'll give you a last hint.
All right.
This was a group that Mike O'Mara, when the occasion would happen that he might have a particular lovely friend visiting at his dorm room, would perhaps put this on the record player.
Boston?
Shut up. Pink Floyd.
Oh, I hate Pink Floyd.
Oh,
Gross.
God. Yeah, you like what's the Moody Blues instead of Pink Floyd.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. No mention of the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, for those.
No,
tattoos?
nobody was doing the Elvis tattoos. You stand alone on that.
Yeah.
That's not a band. That's a single person.
Solo
These are all
artist.
bands.
Well, you know what? His band was called the TCB Band, so I might get in on a technicality.
Congratulations, and I'm happy for you. A group of federal agencies on Monday night said the weeks-long sightings of low-flying drone-like objects in the night skies of Jersey and other nearby states are likely a mix of legally flown aircraft, drones, and, get this, misidentified stars, which they assess do not pose any risk to national security
You mean like a
or
star,
public safety.
like the North Star, a
Like
misidentified
a shooting star, maybe.
No.
But the problem is, there's still the 50 drones in there.
Yeah.
And yes,
Here they
people
come,
are
Mike.
spotting the wrong things. There's still a bunch of drones.
Here's one right here. We actually mic'd great audio of this drone
Thank you.
flying a little lower over, was it Carteret, New Jersey?
It was Carteret, New Jersey. There's also a small one down near your house that's just picking up dog poop.
Yeah. It's got a little arm on it, a little claw arm. After a close examination of the data, the agencies determined that the sightings include a combination of lawful commercial drones, hobbyist drones, law enforcement drones, as well as manned fixed-wing aircraft. You could see, I saw it on the news last night where they showed one of those, and if you're not paying attention, you might miss it. It's got all the flashing lights. Drone! And stars mistakenly reported as drones. Stars.
What
Yeah.
you need to do, Mike, is you have to do like John Davidson and come out and say, "Hello, stars."
Hello, stars. So that's it. I mean, I feel like they're paying attention to it. So don't
We're being
worry.
hoodwinked, Mike. We're being hoodwinked.
Yeah, Rob still believes they're going to eat our faces off, ladies and gentlemen. Rob, you'll be interested in this.
Thank you.
That wasn't fair.
Yeah, that's fine.
Obesity rates in the United States
I'm
have
listening.
finally. My headphones, my new ones that I got.
Yeah, I noticed that they were new. They have some red in them. They're very nice.
No, they didn't have the ones I wanted. Obesity rates in the United States have finally started to show a decline, heading in the right direction for the first time in a decade, likely due to the popularity of weight loss drugs, like Ozempic and tirzepatide. A new study published in the JAMA Health Forum found that obesity numbers, JAMA, she's a bad man.
Majema.
Boom, 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 boom. Wait a minute. Why am I making sounds with my mouth? Dun, 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 dun. You can also amplify your voice with it. She's a bad man, Majema. Okay, maybe it didn't
What if
work.
when Lester Holt has this story tonight, if he starts singing "She's a Bad Mama Jamma"?
Take care of yourself and each other. Let's see let me see. The numbers started to drop slightly, 46% in 2022 from the obesity numbers started to drop slightly from 46% in 2022 to 45.6% in 23. While only shrinking by less than a half a percentage point, the slight downturn is the first drop recorded in at least a decade. So that's good. Any drop is good, I guess.
We're both down, Mike, both of us. So I
the
think we're
study
adding to it.
looked at the body mass index of 16.7 million adults in the United States. From 2013 to 2023, the average BMI, that's body mass index in case you don't know, rose every year, capping off at 30.24 in 2022, then suddenly dropped to 30.21 in 2023. A BMI above 30 is considered to be obese. And I still have 20 to 30 pounds to take off, and I am not sure what my BMI is. There are
I don't think
machines
the
that you can do
BMI
it.
statistics are fair. I think that because at my very skinniest,
Of course you don't.
I was still obese. I don't like that. I mean, it's like, why try?
Well, they made the list before prepackaged foods.
I suppose.
Yes. Yeah,
Mike,
amen.
did you hear the statement from the CEO of JAMA?
No, I didn't. Let's hear it.
Okay.
And I'll do anything for food. I could eat 2 dozen eggs, 36 pork chops, 24 frankfurters. I've eaten a dozen bagels at one time.
Yep.
With 2 packages of cream cheese. I'm never full.
Never.
Really?
I am never, ever full physically. I stopped at a Jewish deli and had 2 pastrami on clubs, 4 frankfurters, 2 knishes, and then went home and had Chinese food.
Yeah, yeah. You see, that was funny because you thought I was going to play this. 8
Here he
days,
comes,
Mike.
the guy.
8 days left for Christmas.
Is it really 8 days now?
Yes.
Wow.
It's the 17th.
17.
Man.
You got to start shopping.
Yeah, I know. And I get a little excited.
Have you done your Christmas shopping? You better hurry up or...
You'll be sorry.
Mike, if you don't start shopping, you're going to be sorry.
I'll tell you, I think I'm all finished for my kid. I'm very, very excited about that.
Mostly merch from the show?
Exclusively. And I'm very, very excited about all the stuff I'm not going to get. Finally today, ladies and gentlemen.
Have you ever told your wife what you want and she says, you don't want that?
No, we're actually not doing it this year.
Oh, cash freeze.
Yeah, absolutely. I might go out to a nice dinner when he's up with his buddy in Orlando. Finally, a leading doctor in the UK has weighed in on viral social media claims that it's possible to contract chlamydia from touching gym equipment. Fears were first raised by a TikTok user who claimed he contracted the infection at the gym after wiping his eyes with a towel that was placed on a seat.
That's gross at every level right now.
The user's name, @Grinny45, initially visited his doctor complaining of pink eye, also known as conjunctivitis, a benign minor infection of the eyelid, in an Instagram reel that's been viewed 638,000 times since it was posted 2 days ago. Dr. Joe, as he is known, poses the question, can you really get chlamydia from gym equipment? The emerging medic continues, we all know it's primarily spread through doing the deed, through casual contact or touching surfaces, not touching surfaces or casual contact. So the Doc Joe, says unless you're doing something very unusual with those gym machines,
oh dear,
you're very safe. And I say, cancel my plans to bone the leg press machine. Yay. Yay, rah, rah. Yeah, that was funny, Mike. Why don't you punctuate it with a...
I need a towel and some Vaseline. There's a freak-off going on in the gym.
Vaseline. Hasn't that been around for a long time, ladies and gentlemen? I think it has. We'll be right back with something very, very
I think
true.
it has too, Mike.
No, they've always said you can get it from a toilet seat or something like that,
Yeah.
and it's really never been proven to be true. Hello, friends. Listen up. New for 2025, we are continuing to maximize your bonus show experience because better access means more fun. We, and by we mean Josh, listen to what you had to say, and because you asked for it, yearly subscriptions are coming back for a limited time only. So act fast if you want a full year of fun. Remember, the bonus show is also still available on a monthly basis or has a la carte single episodes too. So that's nice. Just remember, MikeO'MaraShow.com. That's where you grab it. It's all there, baby. 'Tis the season to renew, and we thank you. The bonus show is the engine that pulls this comedy caboose, and your support keeps it doing its thing. For any issues or assistance, contact the man at the bottom of the screen with email, or you can, meet him at the mall. Support at MikeO'MaraShow.com. That's what you send the email to.
Yes.
For more details, visit the bonus show tab at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Please do it right now.
Please.
Do it today. Make it your priority for us today. Or ask Santa Claus about this weekend at Landmark Mall. Just be direct. Don't cry or pout. Sit on his lap and say you want the bonus show. Maybe somebody will do it for you, all right? Gary Krimble, which is the Beatles' way of saying, what is Gary Krimble?
That's from the Beatles' Christmas messages when they didn't say Merry Christmas. They just bastardized it.
Exactly. That's what it is. All right, I am ready to hear about now your surprise. Your surprise, Rob.
Now, you're ready. I know you're going in with your heels dug in saying that I don't understand what a surprise is.
You tend to, in copy, in events, say plenty of surprises when you have nothing to say. or you will bill something as a surprise, like some people use good news,
right?
When
right.
it's
That's
neither
true.
a surprise that's anything really decent or good news, either one. But I hope that I am corrected.
Mike, this was truly a surprise because Carrie said over a month ago that I need to block out December 14th on my calendar as a Saturday night. And that's originally when we were going to do the cocktail party. So, I mean, it was set in stone early enough that we moved the cocktail party to the 7th, which actually was good.
Saturday, right?
What's that? No, it's already happened. This was last
the 14th
Saturday.
was this past week.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's right.
But the cocktail party worked out.
My Alzheimer's kicking in
because it was the anniversary show, and I kept asking her questions. Now I'm pretty plugged into what's going on in the venues around town. I normally get notifications or something like that. I didn't know if we were going out looking for Christmas lights. I didn't know if it was going to be like a dinner.
What do you mean plugged in? Like concerts or something?
Yeah,
like that?
I mean, I get press releases and stuff like that and notifications, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And I was prepared to be disappointed because I thought if it was going to be something good, I'd know about it. And so it comes up, and like Friday before, I say, well, what do I need to wear? What time are we leaving? She says, well, look nice. It's casual, and we got to be there at 7, so we'll leave at about 6:30. So I said, God, it's about a half hour away, so it's not downtown. And so we get to the car, and she says, get ready. You're going to see Jesse Guerin. Now, Mike, does the name Jesse Guerin mean anything to you?
There was a Guerin in radio John Guerin that I knew.
It's spelled Garron. It's not like John Guerin.
Jesse Guerin.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is intriguing. I do not know who you're speaking
I right away knew who it was. Now, what you need to know is the average person may know that Elvis had a stillborn twin when he was born that was named Jesse Guerin. It was Elvis Aaron and Jesse Guerin, and Jesse Guerin passed away. But Jesse Guerin is also the stage name of a notable East Coast Elvis impersonator. And Carrie got me tickets to see Jesse Guerin's Elvis Christmas show at the State Theater.
So no relation to Elvis whatsoever.
Not at all. And when you see him, you'll agree that no relation.
He took kind of morbid that he took
very
the name
morbid,
of the
very
stillborn
morbid.
brother
and also,
of Elvis
Mike,
Presley. Do we have a picture of this guy anywhere?
In a second, I want you to see his entrance, because his entrance is effective. Then I want you to see a picture of him.
I think it's a great surprise.
It was a wonderful surprise.
Is she going with you?
Yes, and we got there, and she said, I couldn't get you a table down on the main level. I said, that's okay, Carrie, because there's the key rule of seeing an Elvis impersonator, and I've taught this to Mike as well. Never get close. Yeah. You don't want to be close to Elvis because they never look like Elvis.
And the people down front are usually the Kool-Aid drinkers too.
And also, right? Mike, there was a dance floor for people to dance. Sometimes it was like 3 people deep at the stage to get one of his sweaty scarves.
How about that?
As I walked in and Carrie told me what was going on, I said, Carrie, I refuse to be the youngest person here tonight. And I wasn't. There were some youngsters there. There was all make and manner of people.
Did you get a sense that there were people that might be in there in a mocking way? Like,
there was people that were there for a goof.
I mean, you love the show. Don't get me wrong. You love the music. You love Elvis. But there's that comedy stripe in a show like this.
That's part of it.
Right?
That's absolutely part of it. And I'm ready to be disappointed, but ready to have a good time.
Okay.
I'm talking to her. I'm guessing what jumpsuit he's going to wear. And we get there, and the band is set up. And that's one thing, because dime a dozen Elvis impersonators will use a taped backing track.
Okay.
Now, I love Michael Hoover, who's open for us. As a matter of fact, the last time I saw an Elvis impersonator at the legendary State Theater, he was opening for us. But the legendary Michael Hoover does a backing track on tape, and it's not as exciting. This is a live band.
No, never is. This guy's got a real band?
Yes, and also his drummer, his guitarist was not great. His guitarist played one song mostly in the wrong key. And
oh, my God.
And I told Carrie, I said, he'll have a talking to after the show.
Wow.
But his keyboard player did a lot of work, and I want you to see his drummer. So, Josh, if we could run the tape of his entrance.
Is this your own video that you took?
Yeah, this is the only thing I taped.
It's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
This is exciting. Here we go. Okay. Let's take it. Yeah, you can hear the Robb the guitar. There he is.
Yeah, he looks great from a distance.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I'd have fun at that show.
It was great.
He looks really good, Rob.
And when you hear him sing, he sounds just like him. His moves are right, everything.
Two backup singers.
Yep.
It's a real show.
It was great. And so not only did we can take it out now, Josh.
But I mean, I'm all in on this. I'd love to mock this, but I can't. That's a great gift.
It was so good. And it turned out his backup singers are, this is cute. His wife and daughter are his backup singers. And he did a 2-hour show, which Elvis never did.
Oh God, that would kill me.
Every song was a hit, and it was great.
Yeah.
And then he did Christmas Elvis songs too, which Elvis never did.
Did he do Blue Christmas?
Yes, he did it great. He did Blue Christmas. He did Santa Bring My Baby Back to Me. If every day could be like Christmas.
That this was able to stay a surprise for you.
It really is, because I'm plugged into this stuff. I checked out his website.
Would this be the kind of guy that you would like seek out under normal circumstances?
I knew of him. I looked at his website after the fact, and because his name is Jesse Guerin, his tagline is, "We guarantee you a good time."
You know what the key is?
What?
It's nice to see a guy come out that is somewhat fit.
Yes.
Right, compared to some of the other ones that come out. Okay, so you were in the back. Did you get a good enough look at him to do an analysis of like age
asked,
and all that? Because there's nothing worse than seeing an Elvis impersonator up close when you see how
it's
so
they're
like
funny
90.
You should ask this, because I leaned over to Carrie about 2 songs in. I said, "What do you think?" She said, "He's short." I said, "Yeah, I think he's short too." But we couldn't verify it, and we were leaving, and then he comes out front to the dance floor, and he's doing a meet and greet after the show.
Okay.
And I said to Carrie, I said, I got to go get a picture. She said, "Of course, it's expected." So what I was not anticipating is the fact that Elvis up close doesn't much look like Elvis, but instead Greg Brady. Can we see the photo, Josh?
Okay, let's take a peek. There he is. There he is.
He has got a massive nose.
What would you say?
Yeah.
What would you estimate? I'm going to say 70-ish.
I'd say 65 to 70, and he's probably been
65
doing it a
to
while.
70.
Now, I'll give him credit. It's real hair. It's dyed black as can be, but it was real hair.
I'm all in.
He captured the king. And by the way, that is, I believe, the black version of the Starburst or Sunburst jumpsuit, which was a great treat. You don't normally see a black jumpsuit.
And a good vocalist.
Fantastic. He had every high note that Elvis ever hit. He nailed. It was so
I'm into
good.
it. I love your concert reviews, and when you can make this I'm not sure the 2 hours you probably, you certainly were more entertained than I was over the weekend when I went to the hypnotist.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, really. But I bet that's a guy that performs down here, too. But I wouldn't go see him. 2 hours is too much.
No,
too much.
Mike, you know what? It's not, because
You're somebody who spends 9 hours in a theme park. I can't. You
9
know
hours
that I
is
don't
not
have
2 hours. What do you think is the perfect length for a concert?
90 minutes.
Okay. But that would be including if they had like a filler song or something. Like he didn't do anything.
I am not sure when I saw Heart in Las Vegas what their time was, but it was perfection. They wrapped up just about the time I wanted.
They make them shorter in Vegas.
Yeah. I love the fact that they're short. I don't like to just be there all night.
But there was none intermission, and I was very shocked, Mike. No merch table, but it was the night a 9.5 out of 10 and a perfect surprise. And Carrie absolutely nailed it. But his name is Jesse Guerin, and Jack, if he comes to your town,
he will fascinate
you.
He will fascinate
you. Check out the show and sit as far away as you can.
Very cool. I love that. That was a great review. And, God, you sold tickets for him right there. That's fantastic. We'll take a break.
Buy them
when
now,
we come
Mike,
back,
while he can still perform.
It's, I think he's okay. But he looked a little older than I expected when he walked out on stage.
It's not a young man's game.
We will take a break, and when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be talking about a beverage that causes a little controversy, certainly in my house, and it's a Christmas beverage. You might know what I'm talking about. We'll be right back. How would you like to be the most interesting person at the holiday party?
Love it.
Leave the ugly sweater at home. Just show up with a bottle of wine from an independent winemaker with a truly unique story. Fabulous. This podcast sponsored by Naked Wines. Love them, love them, love them, love them, love them. It is a subscription service that seamlessly connects you to the finest independent winemakers on the planet, so you get a case of the market's best quality wines for a fraction of the price you'd normally pay in stores. Use our code. You can get 6 bottles for just $39.99. Naked Wines believes that great wine is an experience that helps you connect with your friends, family, and community over a shared bottle of the grape. Turn off the noise of the outside world and uncork a bottle to celebrate the little joys in life. Plus, you can pause or cancel at any time. 'Tis the season to join the Naked Wines community. Head to nakedwines.com/TMOS and put in our code. That's TAY, MAOSA, for both the code and password. You'll get 6 bottles of wine, $39.99 with shipping included. That's nakedwines.com/TMOS and code TMOS for 6 bottles of wine, $39.99. Enjoy your vino, people. All right, speaking of beverages, my family giving me a real hard time last night. I am here to tell you that there is a flavor profile that I have loved forever, and it is the nog. I love me a nice cup of nog. And by the way, they make light varieties of it, so you can enjoy all the flavor, and you don't need the heavy. But I'll tell you, I got the Publix eggnog, which Publix, which is the
every glass with a hair in it,
the low fat, and I killed it last night. I was only about a half a glass last night, but I usually wrap my evenings up with nog, and I was just kind of curious where you two might line up. Let's start with Josh.
Have you ever made nog? I got to ask, Mike. Have you ever made it?
I think I may have tried, but it's a bit of a process.
Mine
Josh,
was
are
a
you
failure. Mine was a failure. So
are you a nog fan?
No, I don't touch it. I can stay away.
Disappoint me. That doesn't disappoint me.
Do you
at
drink
all.
yours warm?
I drink it ice cold, right out of the refrigerator. Love it. What was that?
Warm would be even worse. Now I'm trying to think of it. It was like a.
Do you not like nog either?
No, and I've tried because
really,
the
my
flavor
family hates
profile,
it too. Carla hates it, and Michael hates it.
The flavor profile is not unlike the fruitcake because it's got
absolutely.
It's got a great Christmassy notion to it, but I don't think it's best served cold in a glass. And also,
well, how would you serve it if you were going to serve it?
No, I mean, I'd like it warm, or just as a cake, not as a drink. It doesn't seem right as a drink, and
it is so good.
When I tried to make
McDonald's, does McDonald's still have the eggnog milkshake that they had for a while? I don't think they sell that anymore. But it was yummy.
I have
too.
a couple in my freezer if you need it.
It was good. It was so delicious. You don't like
no,
the
and
nog.
Mike, to make it properly, you have to make a custard from the yolks. Then you make a meringue from the whites.
Yeah,
and
see, that's just way too much work. Yeah.
And I could understand if you actually made it from scratch, it might be great. But
and also you can let's not forget it's kind of an adult beverage punch.
Can be.
That's the way it's used. You can throw a little booze in it. I'm not sure what the perfect alcohol is. I think people could put rum in it.
I think it's normally rum.
It's rum. I think it's rum. Yeah, like a rum punch type of thing.
I put in gin.
Gin too. I think you could put anything.
I think
in
bourbon
it
would play in it.
Bourbon would play.
You know what would be good is Fireball.
Yeah, probably Fireball, but too sweet. Too sweet.
Am I trying to sound just like an alcoholic right now?
You are sounding a little too interested in that.
No, I think Fireball would be okay as long
you really have to make a custard and then fold in.
That's the proper recipe.
How does it get back to the liquid consistency?
Well, because you do put some milk, but also that it breaks it down with the when the meringue goes in, it breaks it down a little bit.
Okay,
but it's how you get it that fluffy. I tried to make it and literally ran out of vessels in my house because it kept getting bigger as I added stuff.
And Josh, have you ever even tried it, or do you get turned off by the name?
I am turned off by the thought of it. I have not tried it. In fact, I believe there's some in my fridge right now.
Really, some
you
nog?
should take a sip.
Because my stepson likes it, but I do not.
Stepson's got a good taste. That's right.
No, I'm not. I am not a fan. I'm turned off by the thought of it.
What if we made a different kind of nog for you, like a beef nog?
Scrambled eggnog.
Not eggnog. Scrambled eggnog is good.
Sausage nog.
Oh,
Get
I'd
yourself
drink
some
that,
sausage
yeah.
nog. Look, I think that that type of flavor is just so perfect for the holidays. And I would like to, I'm going to experiment during the holidays with the right mixture of alcohol that really would give it a nice, and I think Fireball would be too sweet.
Okay.
I'm not a particularly big fan of rum. I don't like rum necessarily, but I think
try Little Makers. I think Makers might be good.
I might put a little Irish in it. I might
Or,
put a
you
little
know-
Irish whiskey in it. I think that might work.
As always, Mike, Crown will never let you down.
You know, you're scaring me because I never asked you this. Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
Well, I
Sorry.
was going to say you could be like Landman and just put in a light beer, and then it doesn't count as alcohol.
That's
yeah,
right.
he doesn't. Claims he's an alcoholic, but he doesn't drink because he doesn't drink whiskey anymore.
Right,
That's what he says.
Michelob
I have a
Ultra.
question for you.
Shoot.
Do you have a tougher time during this holiday period when you're
Originally, I
maintaining?
did. This is my third Christmas dry, and it's not so bad. It's not so bad. I went to what have been a danger zone last night. I went to Jimmy, the Old Town Tavern Christmas party.
How was that?
It was great. And you know what was really a surprise? Jimmy always has someone unexpected dressed up as Santa Claus.
Okay.
And one of the first guests we had on our show 15 years ago, do you remember German Martin? He's like 1,000 feet tall.
He was Jimmy's bouncer for a while.
Exactly, and he had some paperwork issues and had to go back to Germany.
Martin, you know, let me explain to our listeners how this works. Jimmy had a guy that worked for him as a security door guy who was from Germany.
Yes.
And his first name was Martin.
Yep.
So let me explain the intricacies of this naming process. Jimmy decided that it would be a good name to call him German Martin. Are you following me here?
Yeah.
Do you
when we
follow
talked last
that?
night, he kept calling you American Mike.
American Mike. That's and I wear it as a badge of honor. So German Martin is visiting. Back.
Yeah,
What's
back
he?
in-
Did
I
you get a
think-
chance to chat with him? I love the guy.
Sat next to him at dinner. He's doing great. I think he's going to do some work for Jimmy effective now because
So he's back in the
country.
States
Yep.
full time then.
Which is awesome. So many, God, we've been going to Jimmy so long. I know many of the staff. So it was really fun. Jimmy had a really wonderful speech, mercifully brief. In the past, they have been close to an hour. Last night was 8 minutes and 50 seconds.
You know
Not
what
bad.
might be fun to have a big old party at Jimmy's sometime. Anyway, that stopped the room.
I think people
won't
would
say-
like that.
I think people would get
It would
a
have to be out-
man in St. Augustine, Florida, just raised up off his chair for a
Well,
second there.
I'm just thinking it would have to be outside because of all the loud cups.
Yes. Everybody, bring your Loud Cups. Fantastic. Sponsored by Loud Cup. Anyway, we're thinking out loud. We have to take a break. We'll come back.
But anyway, thank you, Jimmy, for having me. The party was great and a great year ahead for the Old Town Tavern. It was very nice.
Amen. All right, we'll be right back. Rob has some beautiful video.
You're going to love
for,
this beautiful video. Really great
oh. Christmas
Christmas stuff today, Mike.
Good. I'm excited about that. And you, ladies and gentlemen, are listening to the Winding Down holiday episodes. This week, new content for you of the Mike O'Mara Show. Ho, 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 ho. 'Tis the season to win the coveted Spiewak fruitcake.
Yes.
We have 2 days left.
That's all.
We have 2 days left to bid on the very last 2024 fruitcake. This isn't your average grocery store dried out fruit brick. This ain't no doorstop. This is the taste of the holidays. Time is running out. Only one fruitcake remains for your bidding. You can easily bid at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Look in the store. Open your coin purse, Ebenezer. Take a chance on a fruitcake. So amazing. It's also, does it still have the buy it now feature?
It does. It does. As
For
a matter of fact,
$2,500,000,
No.
you can buy it now.
right now, the bid is at an all-time low. So if you want to get in on a bargain, you got to get
Yes.
over to the website right now and bid because
Yeah,
this
because
could
we
be
did
yours.
4. They've gone into sending order. This is an opportunity to get in there and help the show and get yourself a fruitcake. You'll think you're on an LSD trip to the North Pole. Groovy, baby. Crafted from a top-secret recipe that's handmade with love and care and holiday magic. We will have our final winner this coming Thursday. Plus, here's the best part. Portions of the purchase price will be donated to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So the more you bid, the more we give to LLS. And I was so glad that, this was the only way we could make the fruitcakes available to you, and we were really happy to do it.
Yes.
And I'm really glad that people have been bidding on these fruitcakes. I got 3 this year, and as of now, none are left.
No,
Carla,
I left
Carla
a
has
blank
hid them.
there.
Yeah,
but you had
anyway,
at least some. How many did you?
I
I
had a half when Carla brought it in. When she was hiding them from me, I ate half of it, and I haven't done that. That'll go with the nog, the boozy nog.
Oh my, that would be a really good pairing, actually.
Oh boy, bid with confidence. Solid gold monogram fruitcake fork from Tiffany's, not included. Sorry, buddy.
Hey, I like that. Some beautiful video.
Oh, it is beautiful, Mike.
77 WABC.
You said, oh, I forgot about the jet trail off there. You said you had your ordinance ready. 'Tis the season, Mike, for many, 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 many Christmas parody records, and I want to give you a taste of them right now, okay?
All right, I'll be the judge.
All right, Mike, here's the first.
I'll see drones.
That, of course, a parody of "I'll Be
They're
Home."
clever. Pat him on the back. Hey, what a great idea!
Mike, here's
Home,
one.
drone, rhyme, day.
Here's one, Mike, that's just like "Here Comes Santa Claus."
Here comes Amazon. Here comes Amazon.
I'll let them linger if I think they're worthwhile.
You always
and
have,
and
Mike.
these guys that are just like, I'm going to really pronounce the words so you can understand what I'm saying.
Mike.
Yes.
Silent Night.
Good orchestration.
It's very nice.
Silent night, except for the neighbor's dog. All was calm. Now it's not. Now I'm thinking that charges be filed. Can't they hear their dog barking so wild? All I want is some peace.
I like it.
Yep.
I like it. It's a personal story. It's unique. It's original. And it's not trying to take advantage of a trend or
it's classic.
Amazon or drones. It's funny.
And
I
for
like
those
that.
young broadcasters out there, note how I stacked those.
Yes.
Very
that was your
important.
last one, right?
That's
that was
the
your last one. Because
So
you knew
now
what
we
was
need,
funny.
Mike, we
Yep.
need a proper Christmas song to cleanse the palate. Do you remember in season?
Should I keep my finger on the trigger?
Your call. Do you remember
Okay.
in season 6 of The Facts of Life when certain circumstances led with the girls, staying in prison for Christmas?
No, can't say I watched that, Rob. Can't say I enjoyed that.
Probably the best part is when Mrs. Garrett sang "Oh Holy Night."
Oh, see, that's a flashback. She's got a nice voice.
It's very Garrett-y.
Want to hear the high note? It's a Broadway actress, probably.
Yeah, she was. Oh dear. There's the prisoners.
Oh God, it's time. That guy on the right, the character actor. I want to hear her hit the high note. Do we get the high note?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay, that was...
You know what'd be fun is to be in that prison and when she hit that high note to throw like a milk dud in her mouth.
Oh, no. Diva. Yeah, there we go.
All right,
man.
Mike.
Where did you pull that? Where the hell did you pull that? That's from the Robb Spiewak Deep Cut Collection right
Mike,
there.
All you got to do is just click favorites.
Wow.
Jelly
Wow.
Roll. Mike, Jelly Roll, who I dressed up for Halloween as him. So I have a relationship with him, whatever.
Yeah, close personal relationship with
He
Jelly
has
Roll.
a goal now that it's Christmas time. He has a goal.
Tell everybody what it is.
I want to be on the cover of Men's Health by March of 2026.
Let's go.
That's a goal. That's my new
Isn't that his wife?
I
I don't
have
know.
one of the biggest transformations. Also,
How come it's so? Can you turn it up a little bit?
I can.
I
It's
did
the
this
source.
publicly for a reason. I want to be honest about my struggles with it with people. I wore it for so long. I think that people that become as big as I became, when they lose the weight, they're kind of ashamed. They're so ashamed that they go hide.
All right. He wants to lose weight for Christmas.
And I think Mike, he
I mean,
can
for
make,
2025.
I think he can make the cover of Men's Health in 2026. It's
Let me hold on. I have a comment about that last clip. Okay. Okay.
Mike, he's going to make the cover of Men's Health 2026, but the issue is who we lost last year.
I think he'll be. I think it's going to be weird because of the tats. There's so much ink on him. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see.
You know, when
now,
he loses weight,
he
the
might
tats
make a
will,
transformation.
The tats will
cool.
get bigger because they're going to cover less area.
He's right when he says it wasn't. His weight didn't hold him back.
Right.
It also didn't make him famous. His music did. So
His tattoos made him famous. Come on.
Okay.
That's why.
Well, and he can get those removed as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'll lose weight, won't it? If he just slice off a hunk of face.
You know,
Mike,
I don't know that.
All right.
You really made us work too hard for that, Rob. You really did. That was bring back what's her name? Who's the lady that
Charlotte
sang?
Ray?
Yeah, don't do that. No, go ahead. You got more stuff. I know. Okay. Now I'm just shooting everything here. I really
understand.
am. Yeah,
I truly understand.
Hey, Charlotte.
Oh, no.
She's
hey,
out of
Merry
here.
Christmas, everybody. Reba McEntire here. I hope you have a wonderful, happy holidays, and we'll see you in 2024.
All right, these are all low volume. What's going on?
Does she live? She lives another day. This will not be low volume, Mike. Can you name these Nepo babies? Okay.
All right.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
The guy on the
I know who it is.
Go ahead.
That is Gene Simmons' son.
Yes, and Paul Stanley's son.
Okay.
This is second generation Kiss, and their harmonies are nice.
Because a vision softly creeping left its seat while I was sleeping.
Now, are they into the...
Oh, Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Hey, you know what? Charlotte Ray. Holiday. Anyway, so congratulations that the Kiss legacy lives on. Maybe they'll learn how to merchandise.
Are they in the biz? Are they trying to do something? Because, I mean, they can sing, obviously.
Not, except probably they are because of that. So who knows?
Okay.
And let's close with this, Mike. No DUIs this Christmas. We don't
Amen.
want that.
Yeah,
it's
don't
really,
drink and
and there's
drive,
so
people.
many options. You
Right.
can take a cab, you can Uber, you can Lyft.
You
But
can stay home, pour all the alcohol in your bar right into a big yellow mug of eggnog. Yum, yum, yum.
This Aperol tastes weird.
Ooh, ew.
But if you do get pulled, Mike, remember there's always a good excuse you can tell the policeman.
Well, do you want to do roadsides? You already told me you're 10 drinks deep, right? You're pretty drunk.
Hey.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to tell you right now, like, I'm a professional drinker.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Mike, he's a professional drinker. So
Look it up in the
please.
book. He's
Yeah.
that guy on general principle got give him that one. That's it.
He
We
was
gotta
on his
get
way
out
to
of
see
here.
the Charlotte Ray show. Give him a break.
I'm a professional. You see the front of his car too? That was lovely. Little fender bender he went through. Hey, we got to get out of here.
He was a professional driver.
Buy yourself a subscription. Bid on the fruitcake. We'd appreciate that. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode for Robb Spiewak and Josh Soroka. Mike O'Mara saying, off to the urologist, everybody, in my UFOs. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Gary Krimble.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara bonus show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
I'm over here now.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
You jack with me and you'll be gone before you know it.
No, don't let him go.
It is all fun and games until someone gets herpes.